Yeah, let's talk about going to the Ultimate Fighter tryouts and then the interview process in January.
Cool. What do you want to know? I mean, I flew out there on my own dime to Vegas, and that was, I think, the third time I tried out. I tried out once before in Charlotte, and then once before in Jersey, and I didn't make it. I made it all the way to the interviews each time past the grappling and rolling part, and then the third time I made it all the way to the interviews again, and I guess they liked me and they called me out for the show. So.
How was the interview process? We've talked to guys like Justin Lawrence, and he just talks about how he got into a fight with one of the interviewers, and we've heard some other similar stories to that.
Yeah, I mean it's like that a lot. It's like they want you to almost put like an act on in there. I just walked in and told them like, look, I don't know what I got to do to make the show. This is my third time, and just BS. It's nothing. I mean, they try to get you all riled up and do something crazy, but I was just myself. And I tried out. They want you to try out 2, 3 times before you get on the show. They want to see that you really want it. So.
Right, right. Okay, man. So let's move forward to actual trying to get on the show. They
Yeah.
put you up in a hotel for 8 or 9 days. Is that right?
Yeah. We were in a hotel for I believe 8 days, and the ninth day we fought. It was just weird because I mean, all you could eat was 3 meals from the from room service, and you couldn't literally go out of your room unless you had a production person there. You had to call the production room. They sent somebody up. Even if I wanted to get ice, they had to walk me down the ice machine. The only time I came out of my room was like in the morning to run and lift weights, and they had like a mat room set up, but it was like I didn't want to roll or spar with the guys that I might be fighting. So, and then I got to run at night. So I basically got to run for 8 days, leading up to the biggest fight of my career. So.
I've talked to guys like Vince Purcell and Jordan Rinaldi, and they were talking about how half the equipment in the equipment room wasn't even working. Did you have that problem?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. There was only one working treadmill, and then one of the bikes wasn't working. It was just I don't know. You figure being with the UFC, they would have done a little nicer and just had a little nicer setup for us. But it is what it is. Everybody had the same stuff to work with, so I guess there's no excuses. So.
Okay, man. Moving forward here, just talk about your fight with Jeremy Larson to get into the house.
Well, I mean, with my fight, it was just weird. Trapped in a hotel room. You don't have your coaches, your friends, your training partners. And then you got guys cornering you that know absolutely nothing about you other than Googling your record. And they're like, oh, you're a submission guy. So they just kept preaching, shooting the takedown, shoot the takedown, shoot the takedown, and bring it to the ground. And, I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with my stand-up, but, I just kept getting that pat on my head. I don't know. So, I mean, I thought I won. I thought I won the round. I mean, it's hard to go in there and finish a guy in a round or I thought I did enough. I thought I had several submissions on him. I thought there was one. There was like a video online that shows him clearly tapping at least once, but I don't know. It is what it is.
When did you learn that the fights would only be one round? How far out from the fight?
I think what did we fight? We fought on Friday. I think we learned Wednesday night or either Thursday. I'm not sure to be honest. So.
Yeah, and were some of the guys pissed off about that? Like, this is their big
Well, I mean,
chance.
actually, no, I don't think so. I think everybody was more relieved because they didn't know how their gas would be, for their first fight. But I mean, I was relieved it was one round. I thought, I mean, I'd go in there and do what I could do, but it's hard to. I mean, I'm a jits guy. It's hard to finish. I mean, I think I had 4 or 5 different submissions on him. It's hard to finish a guy in a round when you're a jits guy. So.
Yeah, for sure. And there was a lot of hype on some of the guys going into the house, and it seemed like a lot of those guys didn't make the house. Kind of
It
strange,
was
eh?
crazy because it was they're doing like the pre-fight not pre-fight, but like the pre-TV show interviews and pictures, and they have this one picture. It's me, Jordan Rinaldi, and the guy from Ireland that was on the show. I can't remember his name, and all three of us lost. I'm like, oh, it's a bad picture, but
Yeah, for sure. And another guy is James Krause. He was mentioned as a possible, favorite for the show. And it's just funny how it worked out. Like, none of the guys that were being projected as possible winners of the
yeah,
show made it.
yeah. I mean, I looked, I saw like somebody's paper and like Joe Silva had like picked his top like 15 guys or something like that, or top 16 guys to make it through. And I think I was on this list of top 16, and it didn't work out so well for me. So
I was talking to Justin Lawrence, and he said if you take those 32 guys and you do it all over again, it's good. It'd be a different result every time. Would you agree with that?
oh yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, a fight is a fight, you know. And I think a lot of those guys were evenly matched. You know, I think you refight all the fights from the season. I think you come out with a different winner. You know, I mean, it's going to be different every time. So, I mean, they're all good guys, man. I mean, I really enjoyed being out there with some of those guys. They're real nice guys. Some of them, at least. I don't know. So.
Okay, man. So looking back at the tough experience, can you take anything away from this experience, or is it just pretty much a crapshoot?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I never really thought about that. I think I took away the experience, like, I knew this in general, but I think people believe the whole UFC hype. Like, even guys on the local circuit, they're like, oh, that guy's been in the UFC. Like, oh, that guy's on Ultimate Fighter. And it's just really not what you think it is. It's not, these guys aren't that much better than your average guys. It's just they have the right connections. They have the right, you know, right people in the right place, or they were in the right spot at the right time, and they got their shot. So it's really about seizing your moment, seizing those opportunities that you need. And I think that's the biggest thing I learned, that, you know, I can hang with any of those guys on the season, and I would never be worried to fight any of them. I mean, even when I trained at Extreme Couture, I was hanging with a lot of the guys that are in the UFC, you know, tapping some of them out and stuff. So it's like, I think that's the biggest thing I took away is, like, it's not that, you know, people don't realize it's not that, they're not that much better. I mean, the top 2-3 guys are phenomenal, but, you know, there's 15, 20 guys in your weight class that I could hang in there with. So.
Now, how long ago were you training at Extreme Couture?
Well, when I went down for the Ultimate Fighter tryouts, I trained down there for, I believe, 6 days. I trained with their pro team, and then I did some of their classes and stuff. So.
Okay, so let's move forward here, man. You got a big fight this weekend. Talk about your opponent.
Yeah. Oh, his name is Dejuan Owens. He's this black dude with dreadlocks, like a Muay Thai fighter. I'm just going to go out there and pose my will, hopefully look for the early submission, you know, something like that. If I need a stand-up bang, I'll do that. I got good stand-up, too. You know, I don't get paid to go in there and have 3-round wars, so hopefully we finish it quick, you know, and then move on from there. So.
Yeah, and speaking of moving on, I read somewhere you might have another fight in September if you get this one.
Yeah, I have another fight in September. I can't really talk about that too much, because I don't want to look past this guy, and then they're going to do a press release as well on if I win this fight, when I sign the contract, to do like a press release. So I mean, it's a bigger show. You've definitely heard of it. So.
Can we get a prediction from you on your fight?
Prediction is a win. That's all I'm going to predict. I don't know what way it'll come, but it'll come. That's all I always try to do. I always just try to go. I don't go in there necessarily with a game plan. I go in there with an open mind and a little bit of, you know, idea of what I want to do, but I take whatever they give me. So I think that's what hurt me on The Ultimate Fighter. I think I went in there just thinking I had to take the guy down, and I think that messed with me a little bit.
Pretty much in the last, I don't know, 9-10 months, you only had the fight on the show. Are you looking to get more busy in the next few months?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to do this, and then hopefully September works out, and then another time before the end of the year. You know, that would be awesome if I could fight 3 times by the end of the year. 4 would be awesome, too, so got to pay the bills somehow, you know.
Recently, we had a bit of controversy on the show. Mark Dickman, who's a RFA fighter, came on the show, and he called Jordan Rinaldi an Ultimate Fighter flunky. Then we had Jordan on a few days later, and Jordan actually agreed with him. He said, yeah, I am a flunky. I flunked out. Would you consider yourself a flunky?
Well, not really. I mean, I don't really look at it in that way. I consider myself, I don't know. If you want to look at all, I mean, not a flunky, a loser. I mean, I lost, so it is what it is. So, but I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of guys are jealous of the opportunity we had. Of course, I didn't win. I thought I did win, and a lot of people thought I won. But I don't know. It is what it is. You know, I lost, so you can call me whatever. I don't really care.
Well, it was a great opportunity, and like you said, you did quite well. You thought you had the win, and these judges, man, you can't put anything past these judges. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I won the first 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the fight, or 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and he laid on me for a minute and a half, and they gave him the win. I don't think he landed any strikes on me, maybe some kicks to the or some knees to the rib, but other than that, I don't think he hit me with anything. I had like 2 takedown attempts, 4 or 5 submissions, so I don't know what more you got to do to win a round, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Okay, would you like to thank any sponsors or promote your Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter is Jeff Smith MMA. I think I got like 409 followers, so maybe we could bump that up to 500 after this or something like that. I would like to thank all my training partners at the gym at Blackman MMA. We got a good stable of guys. We've produced a lot of guys like Dustin Pegg. He trained with us for almost 3 years. Dennis Bermudez, who's currently in the UFC, he trained with us his whole fighting career until he made the Ultimate Fighter. I think he had his 7 or 8 pro fights out of our gym. And we got a lot of talented guys that nobody's ever heard of. I think we got 6 pros and maybe 15 amateurs. So we got a real good crew here at Blackman. So if anybody's in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, they want to stop in and check it out, I run the gym, so we'd be happy to give them a workout.
Good stuff, man. Thanks for giving us the time.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, see ya.